You're about to discover 3 powerful, before-bed habits that can help you finally empty your bladder completely. No more constant trips to the bathroom, no more waking up 5 or 6 times in the middle of the night. And yes, the very first habit takes less than 60 seconds. But before I explain what they are, let me tell you something that most men I see in my clinic have never been told. There's a hidden force, something I call the prostate strangler, that's silently choking off your ability to urinate freely. It's not just age. It's not just your prostate getting larger. No, it's much more sinister than that. This prostate strangler is an invisible layer of inflammation and pressure that wraps around the prostate like a snake tightening its grip. It cuts off blood flow. It strangles your circulation. It blocks essential nutrients from reaching the tissues that control your bladder function. When that vital circulation gets blocked, even the best bedtime habits struggle to work. But when you restore the flow, when you remove that stranglehold, something incredible happens. Your bladder empties fully, your sleep deepens, and your energy returns. So now, let me share these 3 bedtime habits. Because while they aren't a full solution on their own, they can make a massive difference tonight, and they all help support the circulation your prostate desperately needs. Let's begin. Habit number 1. The 60-second bladder reset. This one is so simple, yet so powerful. Right before bed, go to the bathroom and urinate twice. That's right, empty your bladder as usual, then wait about 30 to 60 seconds, relax, and try again. I call this the double voiding method. Why does it work? Because for men over 60, especially those with a tight, swollen prostate, the bladder muscles often go weak. You feel done, but you're not. That second push allows the remaining urine to flow out. And here's the kicker, it helps reduce the number of times you'll wake up at night. One of my patients, Paul, told me this alone helped him go from 5 nightly trips down to 2. And with a clearer bladder, your prostate also gets a moment to relax. Habit number 2. The 5-minute magnesium wind down. Most men don't realize how essential magnesium is for their prostate and bladder. Magnesium relaxes the smooth muscle in the bladder wall and urethra. It reduces nerve excitability. And it's crucial for healthy blood flow. But here's the problem. Magnesium absorption drops with age. And if your prostate is already inflamed, that prostate strangler is literally blocking magnesium from reaching where it's needed. So what do I recommend? Before bed, take a warm Epsom salt foot soak or a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate with herbal tea. This helps your muscles relax, your nerves calm, and your bladder function improves. But more importantly, it supports the underlying circulatory flow to your lower body, priming the tissues for healing overnight. Habit number 3. The circulation signal stretch. I call this one, sending the signal. Do this simple movement right before bed. Lie on your back, bend your knees, and bring one knee at a time gently toward your chest. Hold for 10 seconds each side. Then, do 5 slow pelvic tilts, like you're pressing your lower back into the bed. This movement does 2 things. 1. It stimulates the pelvic nerves, telling your bladder and prostate to relax. 2. It opens up the blood vessels in the pelvic floor. Think of it like turning on the faucet. When your circulation starts to flow again, your body can begin repairing. Now, all 3 of these habits help relieve the symptoms. But what if those symptoms are just the tip of the iceberg? Because here's what I've seen over and over again with men in their 60s and 70s. They do everything right, but still suffer because something deeper is broken. And that deeper problem, the one few doctors ever mention, is that your prostate has essentially become starved. Starved of oxygen. Starved of nutrients. Why? Because the blood vessels that once delivered vital nourishment have become pinched off by chronic inflammation and microscopic scar tissue, what I've come to call the prostate strangler. Imagine trying to fix a dying plant by adding more sunlight, but ignoring that its roots are dry and cracked. No matter how many good things you add, if delivery is blocked, nothing changes. That's what's happening inside your body right now. Which is why just doing the 60-second bladder trick, or drinking tea, or even eating so-called prostate-friendly foods won't be enough on their own. What you need is a complete reset of that delivery system. And I want to share a quick story about someone just like you who finally discovered that. His name is Frank. He's 67, retired, and lives just outside Phoenix. Frank told me he used to wake up 6 times a night. 6. Every hour, on the dot. He said his wife moved to the guest room because of all the light switching, door creaking, and toilet flushing. He tried the magnesium. He cut caffeine. He even started yoga. Nothing worked. Until we discovered the real problem. Frank's circulation to his lower body was almost completely shut down. His cells were crying out for help, but the delivery trucks, his blood vessels, were stuck in traffic. Once we helped clear that pathway and get nutrients flowing again, everything started to change. He told me, Dr. Caldwell, it feels like I have my life back. So let me tell you what I told Frank. There is a specific method, a combination of proven natural compounds, that acts like a biological tow truck. It clears the path. It removes the stranglehold. And most importantly, it delivers the raw materials your prostate needs to finally deflate, relax, and restore control over your bladder. This method uses a synergistic combination of nutrients, each one chosen for how well it enhances blood flow to the prostate. And the full presentation that reveals exactly how this prostate restoration system works is available through the link in the description below. But before you click, let me explain the mechanism that makes it so effective. At the heart of this method is something I call the delivery activation matrix. It's based on a breakthrough discovery in prostate science, one that shows how certain compounds can penetrate the blood-prostate barrier and restore lost oxygen and nutrients. Think of it like unclogging a sink. Once the flow returns, the swelling begins to shrink. The inflammation fades. Your bladder gets back its rhythm. And the best part? Men who use this protocol consistently report longer sleep, fewer urges, and better performance both in and out of the bathroom. You're not broken. Your body just hasn't been fed properly in years. But that ends now. Click the link below and watch the full presentation. It's the same protocol I recommend to my patients. And if you're like most of the men I've worked with, you'll finally understand why nothing has worked until now. Because you weren't targeting the delivery system. Fix that, and everything changes. Don't let the prostate strangler control another night of your life. Take control. Take action. Click the link and discover the full method that's changing lives all over the country. You deserve a full night's rest, a fully emptied bladder, and a fully restored sense of manhood.